today. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out is their fifth-year quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers a week ago for Chase. 9 catches, 88 yards.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention in a positive way.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So here are the Browns now with great starting field position. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air. And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They'll look to throw here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. The distance was never the question there, but he gets a friendly bounce to carom that thing through the uprights.
Yeah, and when you're trying to hit from 50-plus, you got to expect the ball's going to slide one way or the other. So he's pretty fortunate there that he's able to bank this one in.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Now, the first time out, they had the interception. That stopped their drive 3 points the other way, so now they work from behind.
They do, but he's got to walk out on the field like he's working from ahead. All right, he's got to walk out like, hey, I just threw a touchdown pass, because all eyes on his team are on him. They gain their confidence from the way he reacts, his demeanor, and how he plays. He's got to show that he has confidence in himself.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. Second and 6. It's caught. Here's Langford. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. They'll look to snap that streak here as they start first and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here we go on second and 12. This pass complete to Higgins. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And third and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Out of the gun now on third down. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Browns will take over, first and 10. So here are the Browns to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on first and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
They run the option here on first and 10. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. He's going to keep this again. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Beating him there with his legs, 21 yards, first down. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This complete to Langford. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll run with Chubb. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Keenan Allen His first touchdown of the new season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And this is going to be incomplete. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Back to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and the lead will stay put at 17. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. 17-0 our score after 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's taken in by Higgins. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. T. Higgins. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Nighthawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Mixon. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man is Higgins. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Back to throw here. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll look to throw again. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Back to throw again. That escapes the sack. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Nice little juke. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Complete to right. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. McPherson's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago. He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way. Got a man open. It's Chase. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Touchdown! Joe Mixon, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Nighthawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll set up a throw. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good, and that's going to tie things at 20. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Browns drive about to get started. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Joseph Osai. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And, Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football, just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now it's Mixon running right. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. 2nd and 9 now. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Able to find Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Second and 16. And Chubb will try the middle here. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Dancing to his left. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Now a throw here, hauled in. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. This complete to Langford. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Up the middle, it's Chubb. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down. 2nd and 8 coming up. They run it again with Chubb. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. This is Mixon on the draw. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Back to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 2nd and 5. To Mixon on the check down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A give running right is Chubb, and he powers his way up past the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Cleveland, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.